Hello everybody, this is Old Soldier, and this episode is running shoes for the old soldiers and sailors, marines, and just older people in general. Let's get into it. So as the name of the channel implies, I'm old and I was a soldier for a considerable length of time. And when you get older, your considerations for fitness change. Now, I'm an older guy, I'm physically active. And right now, I am not running because I'm hurt, and actually I've got a consultation tomorrow with a medical specialist. But a friend of mine got me running after a big break. And so I had not ran in a while. I had switched to biking, swimming, and walking, and I decided to start running again. So I went out and looked at a whole bunch of shoes. And what I went with, I hadn't heard of them before, but are Hokas. And I really liked these. And the chief reason I liked them, and you can see the padding. They are very forgiving, very well padded, and they're a very comfortable shoe. And they wore very well. And I think they were around $110, $120 affordable. And, you know, some people say every 6 months, but what my research has discovered, and maybe I'm stating the obvious, but change your running shoes just about every 500 miles. So that's what I stick to. And I still have these. These are not my current running shoes. I still use them for other things. But I got every bit of 500 miles out of these things. They're a good shoe. And being I'm reviewing the shoe, I should probably tell you what model is. This was the Hoka Bondi 9, and I don't, there you go. You can tell it has the name inside the bottom of the shoe. So I had the Hoka Bondi 8s for 6 months. They served me well, and it was time to get a new pair of running shoes. So I was out looking around, and I think where I was shopping that day, I could have went online, but I was shopping at a brick and mortar store, and I don't think they had Hokas, or I at least wanted to try something new. So I also looked, I did an internet search for what was the most forgiving in terms of padding and cushioning old, beat up knees, legs, hips, backs. And the other model and brand that came up were Brooks, and specifically Brooks Glycerin 20s, and that's what these are. And these were okay. I liked them. They did not have the padding. They wore well, but lightweight, good construction. And I will say this, both of them, they held together very, very well, both the Brooks and the Hokas. But these were okay, a little lighter, and not quite the padding. So I ran with these for 6 months, or 500 miles, and I had to make a decision for my next pair. So what did I like better, and what is the recommendation of this old soldier? Well, I have to say that the Hokas won out. So these are my current running aerobic shoes, and these are the Hoka 9. And once again, very thick padding, and I have to say it is very forgiving on an old beat up paratrooper, and that's ultimately what I went with. And the price point, you know, if you shop sales and go online, they're both like the 120, 140 range. But really, my recommendation, if you are thinking about doing running or some walking or a lot of aerobic work, my recommendation that I found, and hey, I am no super duper runner. At one point I used to be pretty good, but you know, when I am healthy and uninjured, I generally go about 9 miles a week. And I have to say, I've been very impressed with the Hokas. They're new brand to me, really like them. So there you have it, that's my recommendation. The Hoka Bondi, the 8 and the 9s, really like them. That's just my opinion. For what it's worth in my experience, this is Old Soldier out.